The big May update for Starfield has finally arrived. It has been in beta on Steam for a couple weeks now, but it's finally officially here for all players, especially here on the Series X. So I am playing on Series X. Had to open up with some cool gunplay, but I have a lot to say about what you just saw. So it maybe didn't look like much, but I've got a lot to say. So basically, we've got the update now, and what you are seeing is gameplay where I have bumped a lot of the difficulty options way, way, way up, except for my own player damage, which is, I do a lot of damage, but so do the enemies. Now, this makes everything way more exciting. You can see here, I am like scoping out this POI because just rushing in like I always did before is extremely dangerous. In fact, you're gonna see a little bit later, I've got some gameplay where I got my butt handed to me by some random fauna. So yes, I have started a new character, but I have to say, like, I love exploring in this game. I love exploring planets and POIs and stuff, and everything is more dangerous. In fact, this creature that just appeared above me, I was a little scared. I thought I was gonna eat it, like, immediately. So yes, this is the same gunplay that you saw right at the beginning of the video. I just put it in the beginning to grab folks' attention, but what you're seeing here is, yes, I killed them very quickly. It wasn't that hard, but as you are going to see from some gameplay later on, if any other characters, if any enemies get the jump on me, I can die very quickly. Another thing that you might be noticing, look at how slowly my health is going up. I just took a health pack, and it heals you very, very slowly. So you have to be careful. I'm a big fan of games like Ghost Recon and whatnot, so to kind of make the combat for Starfield a little bit more similar to that, like...
Pay for that!
Yeah, I have to really watch these corners. I was worried at first that it was too easy, because I noticed that I was killing enemies pretty quickly. But as soon as I'm not paying attention and somebody shoots at me, like, it's devastating. But on the flip side, so I want this to be a challenge. This is what's so interesting about this update is we're going to look at the all the difficulties, which is not really news. That like, we've seen that you can actually change all the difficulties in every area independently. So we've already seen that because people have had the beta for 2 weeks. But now we can actually put it into practice. Like, it's so exciting. So anyway, my point is that I wanted a challenge, but I don't want bullet sponges. It's not fun to have to put 1,000 bullets into an enemy just to drop them. So yes, this is, I don't know, this is pretty ideal. In a moment, you'll see exactly what settings I have. One of the big things is that people wanted vendors to have more money. I think that's great. I think that I actually thought that I was going to do that I was going to have vendors have more money. All right, here's my difficulty settings. I decided not to do the vendor credits. I actually have it reduced because I'm not really hoarding. I can't pick much up. So you can see from these, I bumped everything to the most difficult possible. And if you want to go back and pause and see exactly what my settings are, go ahead. But basically, I put everything super high, except I do high player damage and high ship damage. Yeah, I actually did a full recording using OBS earlier. I recorded about 40 minutes, and unfortunately OBS was not very cool. All my footage, I got a bunch of glitches and garbage, and it was very annoying. If you notice that my level up is not in order, these clips are not in order. I wanted to open with that other footage. This actually occurred earlier than that, so this is a really good. You're gonna see me get kind of cornered here and killed very quickly. So what I like about this is, yeah, if I get the jump on them, I put them down quick. But if they get the jump on me, like taking cover is so important now. Someone's gonna come into this room. I think a robot. And look, my health is super low. I'm gonna take a health pack. It doesn't matter. I didn't take cover. I'm dead. Again, like it makes everything like so much more exciting. In addition to that, as you know, like you have to eat and drink if you turn that on, which I have opted to. Everything is just like, the gunplay feels so good. Like everything just feels better. Like everything is very deliberate. I have to really pay attention. You're gonna see from these, gunfights here, if I'm on top of it, I put them down. But if not, yeah, look at my health. It's crazy. I love this update. Like, I really am enjoying it, and I'm gonna let you watch some more of this gunplay, some of this gameplay as I go. These are a few choice moments. There you go. I'm dead. And then this I shot that for fun. How can you not, How can you not see these giant fuel tanks? Actually, speaking of fuel tanks, in some of my earlier gameplay that didn't get saved, I shot an explosive barrel or whatever, propane container, and it killed the enemy that was near it, and I just feel like I didn't see that. That is what would actually happen. That is realistic. Okay. Let me show. This is where you're gonna see how terrifying alien fauna is now. I wounded that one, and the other one came after me, and dead. 2 hits. Now remember, this is with my player damage up. So if anyone like myself was afraid that putting player damage high was going to make the game too easy, no, it didn't. I still now, like, after that little experience, I'm like, okay, I am gonna avoid alien fauna. Like, now I actually have the desire to leave nature alone. Even scanning creatures, like, I have to get, I've started a brand new character. So scanning creatures, I've got to be 10, meters away. That's terrifying with some of these. Yeah, I don't think I really showed in this gameplay the new maps, but surely you've probably seen them. They showed it off in the update trailer. It is great for finding POIs, for finding lakes. Look at these tiny little things. I would not be running away from these in the game before. But yeah, already early on, one of my favorite things about this game was just exploring. I love going to these alien planets and just exploring and scavenging. And now there's even more of a reason to scavenge because I need to find food, I need to find water. That actually reminds me, so this is not a full survival update yet. These are some great survival options. It is a really good step in the right direction, but there is not a need to sleep. And in fact, in case anyone is looking at my difficulty settings and notices that there's one other thing that I did not put on all the way difficult, and it has to do with sleeping. I think there's an option to make it so sleep does not heal you. Here's why I decided to leave that on, so that sleeping does heal you. The reason is because as of this moment, like I said, there's not a survival reason to sleep. So I wanted to incentivize myself to actually sleep. So sleeping will heal me only if I go, it can't be a random sleeping bag out, in the wild, which you can find sometimes. So it does have to be, I think, my ship or like in a city. I think that is the only time that sleep will heal me. The other reason that I need to go back to my ship sometimes is environmental damage. And then this is the other thing. The reason I put this here is because I have to go to the doctor. Like, all the healing stuff will stabilize you, but you're not cured unless you go to the doctor. But look at this. I asked him to heal all my whatever, every ailment. And so, just so you know, it also does count you as hydrated and fed when you do that. So that counts as a status.
That bad, right?
The only reason for this clip here is to show that one thing I haven't even talked about, but is very exciting. The game will now target 60 frames a second. Now here in some of the crazier parts of New Atlantis, the frame rate definitely drops to, about 30. But that's fine with me. This channel is we're just having fun. It's I'll leave the frame counting to some of the great like Digital Foundry channels and stuff like that. I love them and I love what they do. I'm a huge fan of this update. The extreme difficulties and the survival options make everything way more exciting. I am, entering every situation with the utmost care, and I'm actually having to find better vantage points in firefights, which is very exciting, and having to scavenge. So it's a huge step in the right direction. And yes, even though in some of the larger cities or whatever, the frame rate's going to drop a little bit, in most areas of the game, it's now giving us 60 frames a second, which I honestly did not think that we were going to get something like that until there was like a new Xbox or even like a mid-gen refresh, which I don't think is happening. But I'm just very happy that they pushed this 60 frame update to the Series X, which we already have. So very exciting. Also, what you noticed while I was talking to the doctor was that the camera does not zoom up to them anymore. So I have opted to have the sort of the zoomed in Oblivion style camera. So I'm a big fan of that as well. So fantastic update. This was not meant to be a comprehensive, here is everything in the update, but just more of my impressions playing it. And yeah, I'm excited to play again. It does feel fresh and new. Like everything is so much more dangerous and so much more exciting. Anyway, thanks for checking us out. And if you haven't watched or listened already, we do have a podcast. So my name is Michael, and I am from the Starfield with Normal People podcast. And if you like Starfield, you can check that out and hear us talking all about it. And if you already have checked out that podcast, you should know that we've got a new podcast launching this week called the Normal People Gaming Podcast. So that is coming tomorrow, actually. So watch out for that. And if you like what we're doing, then, consider checking out our Patreon. You can get early ad-free access to pretty much everything that we do for as little as $1 a month. Thanks for checking out the new update with me, and I'll see you later.